We now recognize the service of esteemed and valued colleagues who have stepped down from our Gateway Board, and Stacie will take it and make it run.
Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. These are very exciting times for Gateway, which is what my job is to share this evening with much news to report. As my sweet husband, the chairman, there I go, I don't know what to say, stated so clearly, we're here for the patient, and to serve only the patient, we must raise money to fund the research that makes all the difference, and that's why we're all here. We have a lot of reflections on the years past, and there is much to be celebrated with our fundraising efforts over the last year. The gala last year was a tremendous success, and it's sort of next month, but only 3.5 short weeks we'll be full-blown back in our gala. We continue to increase the size of our philanthropic footprint overall nationwide and internationally, actually, which I have some exciting news on the international front shortly. But Palm Beach is growing. There, we will be revisiting our fantastic St. Patrick's Day event, which will be wonderful. And that community has just welcomed us with open arms. Particularly, thank you to Miss Karen, who I just have to celebrate. Thank you. No one knew us there until you and all of your colleagues made that happen. And in April of this last year, we also had our second annual Vino con Stella event in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I want to celebrate Mr. Michael Burton. Where did you go, Michael? Because honestly, this was his idea from the wine auctioning perspective. Mr. Burton did a lot of research to learn that there was a very clear market opportunity for us in philanthropy in the Arizona and Scottsdale market, particularly serving those with philanthropic interests and wine and culinary experiences. We know we are the only game in town in Scottsdale right now that is providing a wine auction event and culinary experience, and certainly to the level. Year one, we had an inaugural event. By year two, we actually have raised 4 times what we did in year one, which is exciting, very, very exciting and unexpected. We were very fortunate to receive a wonderful endorsement from a prominent philanthropist in the Scottsdale area, Mr. Bill Pope. Again, a gentleman completely new to us, new friend, but I have to say that when I see, people that just grab onto the cause that quickly and they engage their networks and they don't even look back. They just do it, and he was one of those people. So we're very happy to have Mr. Pope, whom I'm hoping some of you will meet at the gala next month as well. But he really helped us out there. But the other amazing part about the April Vino con Stella event, which was our second annual event, was as we are sitting there at the table during something, a couple of wonderful philanthropists from Canada named Christine and Jonathan Fisher leaned over to one of our officers, I don't remember if it was Michael, you, or if it was Karen, and said, my husband and I want to donate $250,000. Hear, hear. That's why we're here. That level from new donors in a completely different geographical market is a major advancement for us. And actually, I think that is one of the single largest independent individual contributions in our history, certainly. So that was very exciting. And so interestingly, part of the story there is, as they are Canadian, we now have organized Gateway Canada. So not only did they give us a wonderful donation, we now are expanding not only our fundraising, but our thinking there is we're funding trials internationally. Why in the world are we not raising money internationally as well? So thank you to Mr. Burton and your entire team who continue to spearhead that effort. Certainly we can look beyond our shores, and you guys have been driving that all along. We're here to make a difference, and certainly no one ever made a difference by being like anybody else. We are not like anybody else, and frankly, we like to sing those praises rather than hide from them. And that's just a tip-off to our upcoming gala events. Interestingly, I was extremely inspired by the difference that Mr. P.T. Barnum made while it's such an unusual human being, kind of an oddity in American history, but the movie, The Greatest Showman, really just touches upon so many of those difference makers, people who are thinking out of the box, people who don't care about the typical culture, and that's the heart of Gateway. And a lot of those musical performances just sort of touched a lot of our staff people as well for the upcoming gala. So we're going to see some great things there. And also to share some wins on the scientific side with a few more numbers added for my honey. I'm sure you all would love to know that actually 85 trials, that is a lot of trials. We slugged our way through just 6 trials today, which is enormous work, but fully 85 trials would not have proceeded without all of your support. 4,417 patients have been enrolled and treated due to Gateway-funded trials, and that's all as a result of you. And this one...
They wouldn't have been otherwise. They wouldn't have been in the trials otherwise.
No, very likely would have been no hope for those individuals. And something I think we are all proud of is that 70%, so nearly 3/4 of the Gateway-supported trials progress to the next level phase of research, which means then we leverage and are able to help that many more. And of course, that growth can be exponential. It's all about momentum. We feel we have it, but certainly we need to sustain it. And we must, of course, push harder and harder to raise more money than ever before. But I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir on that one, so I don't have to make my point there. We understand more and more how high the stakes are and how hard we must continue to work towards our goals. Thank you all for everything you do for Gateway. It is about a community. It's about all of us coming together and everybody doing their part.